So this is pretty fun. Just watching the previous games, because there will be these fantastic turns where if you do the fast forward through every turn, like this. I don't remember which game, but yes, there. I just randomly have all this stuff on the field. I'm gonna let it play through this next turn, because it's absolutely wonderful. If I remember correctly. Or maybe it's the turn after. No, it's the turn after. Because I'm waiting until I can better protect. Oh, the Tortured Existence! I would love to be matched up against this deck. How is Deluxikov anyway? I think he's playing right now. Oh. Yeah, here we go. We got the Reaping the Graves at the end of his turn. Response. Getting back a million Mole Drifters. We evoke all the Mole Drifters. We happen into Ghostly Flicker. And get our mana back for Ghostly Flicker. Flicker the Mole Drifter as well, so we can keep it on the field as well as getting 2 more cards off it. Oh no, we just let that one die because we've got another Mole Drifter in hand that we're going to do the same thing to. This deck is just so much fun to play, and then we draw and we've got a Monocall getting back Ghostly Flicker. We're going to Flicker to get a bunch of mana. We're going to use that bunch of mana to Flicker the Mole Drifter so we can get more cards, and that's how this deck works, boys. And possibly girls. Seems relatively unlikely. But yeah. Feel free to give me a follow if you would like. Supposed to come up with a notification or something at my end when you do, so I'm kind of interested what that looks like. Play some music or something. But it hasn't happened yet. So. Back to burn the deck. Okay. Yeah, let's do that. Go away. You go away too. Even though it's almost done. We'll do the fast bit. And then a million triggers went on the stack, and then a million more went on the stack. And the game ended. Goodness. Such good times. Okay, back to brewing. So, what were we thinking? Do we want to make this more of a delve deck and put in more delve type things, or do you just want to keep it at more control-y? Do we want to build around Evankar's Justice? We could make that blue-white deck that I was talking about. Essentially based off of this card and other similar things. That would have Crypt Rats as well. But it would be pretty sick, actually. But do we want to brew that deck, or do we want to brew this deck a little bit more? And if so, then what do you guys want to change about it? We've got about 10 minutes. Okay. Get in here for the brewing ROM, yes. Please. So, throw your suggestions up in chat, and whenever I see them, which is a little bit after you guys have posted them, get going. Yeah, because Delver doesn't really fit in a deck with Justice, and I kind of like having the Justice instead of the Delver, because it, Delver's played so much that when you run up against Delver decks, that's when you want this. And I don't know that... Well, I guess you've got enough removal that would be a case. No. No. Having Chainer's Edict alongside Evankar's Justice is pretty nuts, though, because you can Evankar away their tokens and then Edict whatever's left. And if you're running 4 of Evankar's, you can actually cast it for 4 mana, which is pretty nice. Same with Crypt Rats. I don't see anybody saying anything, so we're going to make this crazy blue-white version. Call it Justice. It is not standard, it is Pauper, believe it. So we start with that Wall of Hope that's right there. 4 of where's Justice? Delver seems really good in this deck with instants and sorceries. Yes, Delver is good in a deck with instants and sorceries. How insightful. No, but seriously though, it is pretty good. It's just that if we want to run the Justice and get the advantage that comes out of killing all of the other guys opposing Mole Drifters and Delvers and whatnot, we don't want to be running Mole Drifters and Delvers ourselves. It's just sort of the metagame choice we have to make. There are 3 ends of the Guild Pact. Walls of Hope. What else goes in this? Oh, Crypt Rats. Rough, clearly. As we said, the oh, blanking. Edict. Chainer's Edict. And that's all I've got so far. Obviously lands and whatnot, what have you, but... Well, let me look at Black Control. Is there anything in Paper of Skulls? I really like Unearth as well. It gets back here, Crypt Rats, which is nifty. I'm a huge fan of Augur of Skulls. I don't know if it's justified, but I'm a big fan of it. So we'll throw some in there while we're thinking of other things. You guys have any, oh, discard spells? Yeah, that's what Augur's doing. Mind Swords. We clearly need Mind Swords. This is definitely the deck that wants Mind Sword. Mind Sword. Let's put in, oh, let's see, let's put in a playset and a couple more. You know what? Let's just make the whole deck Mind Swords. We can take everything out. Oh, wait, there's some Mind Swords in there. Oh, seriously though, we don't want Mind Swords. We still contend that it's a sick card in the right deck, but I don't think this is the right deck. More removal is probably correct. But I guess we just want Doomblades, or, oh, Disfigure. Oh, we want that. Because then we can make our stuff small, their stuff small enough that we can Justice it, or Crypt Rats it, along with everything else. As well as just clearing out Delvers, Mole Drifters, etc. What are we at? We're at 35. So we still need about 3 more cards? Is that right? And of course sideboard, which we're going to have Circles of Protection. Start. White has just the best sideboard access. So nice. We can be like, oh yeah, let's just get some Circle of Protection red in there. That seems good. We can get just 2 of every Circle of Protection and then some other stuff. It'll be great. I'm not actually going to do that. Really. Let's take a look at what our... I want to see what my Selesnya Stompy sideboard was. Because that's got some of the nice white tech in it. Oh, Squadron Hawks. We could run Squadron Hawks, but that's a non-boat with Evan Carr's Justice, if I ever heard one. Patrician Scorn. That's a good one. Sends Enlistment. Journey to Nowhere. Okay. That's... Journey to Nowhere seems good, as does O-Rings. The hell did I put this deck? There it is. Journey. Appears to have 28 cards in it. Where it had more, just... Maybe it was Mind Swords. Maybe I've been Mind Sword. We've got room for 2 more cards. What did we want this card? Music. Oh, go away. Oh, 1 of Raven's Crime, 1 of Sun's Enlistment. Sun's Enlistment. I don't know if I actually want that. I have so many Raven's Crime. Oh, I think I was going to give some to Rom. Oh yeah, I forgot about this deck. Yeah, this is something I was brewing. The Midnight Guard combo, along with Commune of Nature. It's the best. Eliod's Pilgrim to search it out, Oromancer to get it back, Yamana's Blessing, and God's Willing to protect the Midnight Guard. It's pretty loose. I tried it with Mana Tithe originally instead of God's Willing. It's just so bad. you almost never get them in a point where you're like, oh yeah, I'm gonna try and combo out, and then you can't pay 1 more mana. It never happens. Anyway, back to the Back to the other deck. Are you guys giving me suggestions? I'm not hearing any suggestions. Back to that. Converted mana cost. Evan Curse Justice. Got the Guardians. Got Crypt Rats. Got Wall of Hope. Got just so much removal. Do we have any true 2-for-1s? Oh, looks like the match has started. Okay, and we are back and rolling. Let me make sure my sound's on. Yeah. Good, and this is keepable. First. Okay, are on 4. No flips, no flips. And a counter. Good thing all we're doing next turn is preordaining. Unfortunately, all we're doing next turn is preordaining. Pretty bad. Oh, but he can't actually counterspell us. Do we chance this? I think we do. I think it's got enough upside that we want to do that rather than have the fast mana. If we can keep him off, he's going to be able to get there, I think. Cool. Alright, I'll take both of those. Those are both good. I don't really care when I get them. Oh, if he didn't have a counterspell last time, he's gonna play. Well, if he replays the Delver, he won't have the counterspell mana again. He's not gonna have any different mana, so unless he drew into a counterspell. I'm not too worried. We're not the Aqueduct into Cloud of Fairies into Familiar. Really do much. I think I'll just run the Familiar out. Next turn, see if I can follow it up with something. Yeah, Chancery. Aqueduct? Maybe he'll burn it out. Go wrong here. But we've got the Aqueduct and the Chancery, so we're able to generate mana regardless. We don't need the Familiar, but it's very useful. He's just gonna burn it out. Fine. I'd probably rather that he had gotten rid of the Familiar than the Cloud of Fairies. Nice. Just run out the Cloud of Fairies, or do I get Oracle, or do I evoke a Muldrifter? What's my play? I'm worried that he has more spell mana, so that he can burn them. More concerned about the Cloud of Fairies. Okay. Yeah. I want that Cloud of Fairies more than I want to be mana leaked. Kinda gonna be slow rolling things a little bit here. Just because I really need that Cloud of Fairies and this card advantage here. Okay. No flips, so that's good. That's giving us more and more time. He does have the counter spell kind of up, so he can counter anything. Yeah, 4 blue-red Delver. Pretty annoying. I'm just gonna drop some familiars here, I think. Kind of wants to answer these. If he doesn't answer them, I'll evoke the Muldrifter. Okay, there we go. Now I'm gonna drop the other one. If he doesn't answer that, do I go Cloud of Fairies Muldrifter? Because he probably just wants to burn that out. But if he burns it out, then he can't. Yeah, I'm gonna be a little bit greedy here. Hope that I'll be able to get away with this. He's got the counterspell, so annoying, but I think I'll be able to Muldrifter into enough stuff that it doesn't matter. Is that the same counterspell we saw? All right, we're going. Open.